Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another Volley Rally. Today, I'm joined by two people. Actually, I don't know if we've had a two people or a three-person Volley Rally video done before, but anyway, joined by two people, Katie and Liza from the Volley team. We are very excited to share you some news about our upcoming manager certification course that will be launching very soon. So I'm going to kind of turn it over to Liza and Katie. What's going on?
Yeah, well, thanks for having us, Jake, giving us the opportunity to speak to everybody. Liza, go ahead.
I was going to say, let me chime in because Katie's going to do a lot of the talking here. But yeah, we are excited. This is something that has been in the works with our team for a few months now, kind of an idea that we had. We're fortunate we get to work with I would say some of the best BDC managers in the industry, and we get to talk to them every day. So we realized that we're kind of sitting on a gold mine of information there and wanted to make that information accessible to veterans who can never quite get enough information and always want to be better. And then also some of our newer BDC managers who maybe are inheriting a team, maybe they previously were a rep who was answering phone calls and they were just promoted to this new role. We really want to be a resource outside of I say just, but outside of guiding everyone in the platform, we realize that there's more to it than that when you're leading a BDC team. So to echo Katie, yeah, we're very excited to have this course at the finish line and ready to get it out to our customers.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. So, Katie, you want to go ahead and give an overview of the 12-week program?
Yeah, absolutely, you bet. So as Liza mentioned, it is a 12-week program. It's going to be 8 webinars that are about an hour apiece. And then throughout that 12 weeks, we will have some homework, both before sessions and after sessions. Your time commitment would be, between meetings and those homework items, about 2 hours a week is what our groups will be committing to there. The pre-work and the post-work, are some surveys, some information to kind of get you thinking, not only to evaluate yourself as a leader, but, to have those resources available for you too, as you continue and, take with you. It will culminate at the end of the 12 weeks in a business plan. You will start working on it, from the beginning, and it will culminate into a business plan. Our hope is that you take that to your leaders, to your bosses, and to demonstrate, not only the value you've received from the course, but also what you're going to do in your BDC to move forward and move your team forward towards your goals. So,
Awesome.
oh, go ahead.
No, no, go ahead. You took a pause.
That's okay. Just take a little breather. So, as I mentioned, there's 6 different modules. We're going to talk about, foundations of BDC leadership. As Liza mentioned, we know quite a few people. Our accounts we work with were the rockstar agent who got promoted. So we know that there's a need there also for refreshers, as she mentioned. We're going to talk about building a high performance culture, not only in your BDC, but also how you can influence the culture of your store or your dealer group as a whole. We're going to talk about multi-channel communication strategies. So using texting, using email, using phone calls, how do we put those all together to best serve our customers? We're going to go over opportunity management and campaign development. So we've created our great culture. We have a plan for reaching out to them we think is going to work really well. Now, how do we build campaigns and build follow-up around that? We're going to talk a lot about KPIs and performance optimization, which I know is going to be a big interest, I think, to those who take the course. Both some, information, some industry standards, as well as our Volley recommendations. And then we're going to culminate in a final module, kind of a capstone that's going to be customizable to what that particular group or cohort is most interested in or what they'd like to cover again. And then, as I mentioned, they will be working on that business plan that they will be able to utilize and take to their bosses as well.
Awesome. It all sounds like it's going to be a lot of great information for everyone. And so when is it? When did you say it was launching?
So our first group starts April 3rd. We're going to be having another cohort kicking off in early May. So Jake, I believe, will put a link to an enrollment form, a questionnaire in the description. And feel free to fill that out if you're interested or want to learn more. And we'll be, I'd be happy to reach out to you. I will be facilitating and putting on the training in the modules, and I'll also be your point of contact throughout. I'll be a resource if you have questions. We're also hoping that, these cohorts or these teams kind of become their own mini 20 group in a way, and that they swap ideas. Some of the things you do during your pre-work and post-work, hopefully will start to give you ideas, and we'd love, there's always going to be time for sharing those ideas in the presentations if you'd like. So we're hoping that the groups do that. I also did want to mention that, in addition to having that business plan, there are some other things you're going to come away with. Each person will do a DISC personality assessment and get kind of a personalized walkthrough of how you fit into that personality assessment and how that can help you be a better manager and a better leader. We will be giving part of the post work in one of the modules is a survey you can give for your team, so that you can kind of get some instant feedback from them in areas that we're going to be talking about in the training. We'll go through, when we talk about campaign optimization, we have a custom Volie ChatGPT feature that you can utilize to help build scripting or help build campaigns, get some different ideas from the AI, that type of thing. So we hope that you'll get a lot of resources in the class, from each other, and then also in your pre-work and post-work.
So you mentioned that the registration link will be provided. Who all should fill that out?
I would say, as Liza mentioned, either, let's say you're a brand new BDC manager who, you're looking to level up your skills. Maybe you've been promoted in the last year or less, and you're really looking for more of that leadership information. Or maybe you're someone, really seasoned, and you're always looking for more training, additional ideas, a group of people to bounce things off of. We are looking for people who are in, the service BDC environment. So we would be, looking for those individuals. But from this group that's starting pretty soon, we did send them a questionnaire, and, I would say it's about 70-30 of people who are brand new to people who have more experience. And we want everyone, because we want everybody to be able to bounce ideas off each other, have people who are newer in leadership get ideas from people who have, kind of been there, done that. And then maybe the been there, done that people can get some fresh ideas from the new people too. So
I'll chime
Awesome.
in there too and just add that the content is not necessarily, it's not solely Volie content, and that's intentional. This is, we understand that Volie is a tool that's used in the BDC. It is not the only tool that's used in the BDC. It's not the only, reference point that a manager uses to manage their team, to manage campaigns, to manage, customers and expectations and that sort of thing. So, the course will kind of allude to metrics that can be pulled from your Volie account. But it's not solely based on those metrics and those benchmarks that you're already reviewing with your account manager. So this is also, I think the training will be really good for people who are relatively new to Volie, even if you have been a BDC manager on other tools for 10, 15 years. This will be a good maybe conversation starter for moving those things that you've known and you've implemented for 10 or 15 years in this new platform. So I think it'll be a good resource for people who are newer to us, or people who've been with Volie since the beginning. So
Great. Is there anything else that you guys want to mention about the program?
yeah, the last thing I wanted to mention is just so that people are aware, again, Jake will put the link, and I can be in touch with you with more information. You can also email me. It's katie@volie.com, Katie @volie.com. There is a fee of $300 over the course of the 12 weeks that will be included in your broken down by 3 monthly payments in your regular Volie invoice. And so that's just, obviously an additional piece I want people to make sure and be aware of. But we're really excited. We're getting the group ready and scheduled for May. It's about 15, 16 people per group. Our group here that's going to start early April is full, and we already have a couple people committed for the next group. So just, reach out. And even if May doesn't work for you, please stay in touch, and we'll be adding different cohorts throughout the summer and the fall, and would love to get you in a group.
Awesome. Well, Katie, Liza, thank you so much for taking the time, and everyone tuning in. We hope that you take a look, and feel free to reach out to Katie if you have any other questions. Otherwise, click the link and fill out the form. Thanks for tuning in, and we hope you all have a fantastic day.